It's now time for the Advanced Medical Solutions Show, helping to improve your life each and every day. And now your host, Fulton Wooten and Dr. Dwyer Scott.
Good morning, Myrtle Beach. Good morning, USA. This is Fulton Wooten, and I am here this morning with Dr. Dwyer Scott of Advanced Medical Solutions. Dr. Scott, good morning. How you doing today?
Good morning, Fulton. What's happening?
We're doing well. Thank you, man. Glad to be here, and I know you have a special guest with us this morning also.
Yes. My cohorts in hosting events for the community. Linda, say hey to everybody, Linda.
Hey there, and good morning, Fulton.
Good morning, Linda. Welcome. We're glad to have you today. It's a pleasure. Look forward to it. I know you've worked with Dr. Scott for a while. You know the ins and the outs. You get to talk with these patients when they call in to schedule their visit to the seminar. You get to deal with them at the seminar. So I know you're a very important part of Doctor's team that a lot of people never get to see. So we're glad to have you here today.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I disagree. A lot of people do see it.
Okay.
Yeah, they almost every person sees it.
Because
take Linda's
that back.
Linda's the one that reaches out to, we're saying probably hundreds and hundreds of people a week or a month.
Wow.
And she invites people out to our events, and we teach them about regenerative medicine, what we have to offer. And everybody knows Linda. Everybody knows Linda. She is the gatekeeper.
Okay.
So she knows the deal. And the great part is, the reason why I wanted her to be here so she could hear what we're talking about. We got some good news to share with everybody.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of good news. So, Linda, glad you're here. Thanks for being with us.
Well, thank you.
So the awesome part is we've been working for years on trying to get some insurance reimbursable regenerative medicine. We've done it.
Yes, that is good news,
we
Dr.
got a breakthrough.
Scott. Congratulations.
We have a breakthrough.
Yes, we have. Congratulations, Dr. Scott.
Thank you, sir.
You and I have spent so much time, so much energy, so much work and effort on helping the patients at Advanced Medical Solution and all the people here in Paradise in Myrtle Beach be able to get insurance reimbursed regenerative medicine. And as you said, yes, now it is here.
Well, what's happening is we're evolving as a culture. Now, we're talking 7-10 years ago, only the celebrities, only the professional athletes, the people who could dish out 50 to 100 grand, get on a plane, go overseas, they're the ones taking advantage of this treatment. Thank God now we're able to do that here. Now, the bad part about that, well, the good and bad part about that is also with the regulations and the way regenerative medicine is processed and delivered, et cetera, regulated by the FDA and the things that the labs, especially the best labs in the country like we use, there are certain stipulations that makes regenerative medicine expensive.
Yeah,
it makes it expensive.
Absolutely.
It's not cheap.
No, it's not.
Is it worth it? Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. It's worth it. However, sometimes they can't do it. Sometimes you just can't do it. If you don't have the money, you don't have the money.
Exactly.
And so, if people are paying $1,000, $2,000 for their insurance a month, they can't come up to pay for the gold standard of regenerative medicine. And now we have something. No. It's not the gold standard, but we have something that's going to make a difference in a lot of people's life.
We really do. We really do have something that's going to be phenomenal. So you really said a lot there. You and I have worked very closely with the FDA over the past, since we began this. Everything has been guided by the FDA, so we've had to follow the FDA's guidelines. We've had to stay in close contact, communication with the FDA to be able to make sure we're doing and as they require us to do, and we have.
Well, we've gone through some beta tests, testing a few things out.
Yes.
Number one, we have to make sure the product is great.
That's right.
We want to make sure we have a number one safe product, and number two, an effective product. And we've done that. We've strained out 2 or 3 different products to come down to this one that's the best one in the country, getting phenomenal results. We've gone through a beta test with some of our patients, getting good results. We're going to be doing another round, and now we're inviting other people to become part of this second round. It's been that we've seen get pre-qualified. Pre-qualified with examination for things like bursitis, ligament and tendon injuries, back pain, degenerative disc disease, tennis elbow, joint pain, the knees, the shoulders, the hips, shoulder tears, rotator cuffs. Now it's time, and we're going to roll this out to a few people.
Yes. What you're saying there is all of these injuries, all these soft tissue injuries, all these interarticular, all the joint, all the damage that's been done over so many years to these people, we, as you said, are inviting people to call and schedule their appointment to get their assessment so they can get pre-qualified. Mm-hmm. You know what? And all that effort is taken off of them. All they have to do is call the number, schedule an appointment, and to come get an assessment. That's it.
That's it.
It's effortless.
It is effortless.
It's effortless.
Hey, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you give them our office number so we can schedule them an appointment to get them pre-qualified?
Not a problem.
So here's the deal. We've been working on it for years. We knew it was going in this direction. The kids were up on it. We're the only people in the community actually doing this. It's an amniotic regenerative medicine product that's been used for years and decades for wound care.
Yes.
I was so excited. And remember, I'm the biggest skeptic, okay?
Yes.
Very excited at the same time skeptical as soon as you sent me that email saying that we have Advanced Medical Solutions does have some clearance for some, not the gold standard regenerative medicine, but at least this base level of regenerative medicine that's going to be regulated by the FDA, and we're getting pre-qualifications from Medicare and other insurance companies, including TRICARE.
Absolutely.
For our veterans.
Absolutely. So that's good news. It not only is it going to be covered by insurance, the benefits that the patients are discussing. We had a gentleman on the show recently who was part he was part of the beta project to test it and see how it works and run it through the mill from payment to everything. So we've seen it work. What we're going to say about this product, okay, because you and I know that there are many different products out there. Okay, you've got everything from umbilical cord blood right on down the list. So this is an amniotic product, and where our focus is going to be at is pain and inflammation. If you are in pain, okay, if you have swelling from a damaged joint, damaged whatever, if you have swelling, these are the type of things that this regenerative medicine is going to treat.
You see people suffering with issues all the time. You talk to them every day.
I talk to them all the time, but a lot of them want to know about their insurance coverage, and now they'll find out that they're qualified. Hopefully for insurance.
What are some of the most common problems you see these people having?
Their knees, their shoulders, and a lot with arthritis in their fingers.
Yep. And they've been suffering a long time.
Oh,
how about these vets? How about these
that would be
veterans?
Very interesting.
What do you think about that?
I think that would be great. There are so many veterans around here.
Who needs it more than them?
Nobody needs it more than them.
Who deserves it?
They deserve it. They certainly do deserve it.
So we were reaching out. We want TRICARE patients to give a call because it's reimbursable. We want any vets to give us a call.
They're going to love that.
Yeah, they're going to love it. Not to mention, we're also partnering up with Veterans in Pain. They reached out to us from California and said, hey, we heard about what you're doing. We want to partner up with you so we can get some regenerative medicine to these vets and get them out of pain.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I didn't tell you that?
No, you did not tell me that. That's wonderful. I love our vets.
Linda, he's keeping secrets from you over there, isn't he?
He is.
I'm not keeping secrets. It's just hard to figure out who I told what, when, on to the next.
Well, I love our vets. They deserve everything they can get.
All right, Dr. Scott, let me get this straight. Are you ready? You're telling me in our conversation in the past 15 minutes, as you and I have discussed, that insurance, Medicare, TRICARE, the private insurances are now going to be covering regenerative biologics at Advanced Medical Solution for your patients, Dr. Scott.
Here's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you we have a pre-qualification process.
Yes.
All right. That's important.
That is important.
Right. You can't just say it's covering it because that's not the reality of it.
No.
The reality of it is when someone presents themselves and we do an examination, a thorough examination, x-rays if necessary, if they present with a condition that we document and we send off, we may get pre-qualification back for that condition for regenerative medicine, this amniotic regenerative medicine product. We've cleared the process of being in that system to be able to offer this once we get someone pre-qualified. Now, has it happened? Yes, we've done 2 rounds already, and you know it. We've done 2 rounds already with different processes, both on just the treatment itself and the product, and even testing what we need to do for proper documentation for reimbursement, following the rules.
Absolutely.
It's not easy to deal with insurance companies. And so rather than patients ever suffering the burden of any mistakes or anything going on in the insurance world, we do testing and make sure we get everything cleared up and done properly so that as we move forward, there are really no hiccups. We can focus on the patients getting better. And what's even better now is we've seen some reimbursement for some regenerative medicine based on medical necessity following an exam, and we're gonna move forward because we knew this is where it's going. To what degree and how it's going, we weren't sure. Now we're pretty sure, and it's not what I would love to have happen. Okay, it's just like anything else. They're cutting the doctors' payments, okay? Meaning they're not going to pay our providers and they're doing the work as much. They raised the price on it, okay? So it's typical of an insurance model. But what I love is that it makes it even a little more effortless for people that were having a problem, coming up with money for the gold standard treatment. Now, we would use this treatment any day of the week for a booster treatment on our gold standard regenerative medicine. It's not the gold standard, but have we seen people get results with it? Absolutely. And so it's a phenomenal booster treatment, even more so for someone to get that gold standard. It's gonna be able to help them out. And so we've gone through all the hiccups. We've got everything laid out to the degree to where now we can just focus on examining a patient, seeing what they have, and focusing on the patient's care rather than having to worry about all the administrative stuff on the back end.
Yeah, it's it is an amazing system that you have put in place, Dr. Scott, at Advanced Medical Solution for the patients to be able to benefit from this. I'm just going to come clean with everybody out there in radio land. We've talked about this on the radio show before, but you and I both know I did this exact product, this exact amniotic fluid through a nebulizer. It's called AmnioBreathe, and this is another approved service product that you have with this amniotic fluid to where people with COPD, emphysema, SARS, all these respiratory issues can do this directly into the lungs. Now, I did it because I have a compromised immune system and we were going into the wintertime with COVID, but I did it just to give me that immune boost, okay? I wanted to try the product. I had not tried it in this fashion before, and this was an excellent opportunity for me to do it. So what did it do? Number one, my energy level went through the roof. Number two, my mental clarity was phenomenal. It was amazing. How much energy I had, how much younger I felt, how much stamina it gave me, and then the ability to think clearly. You and I discussed this. I have some medications that I'm on. I take them every day. I've taken them for many years. When I did that amniotic breathing treatment, I stopped taking those medications. Okay? Mm-hmm. I stopped taking those medications. So it did. I have used this product. It did have great results. So for everybody out there listening, what do you have to lose?
Well, here's the deal. The difference is, unfortunately, when you're in pain, you'll do about anything to get out of pain, and I understand.
Yes.
The worst part is modern medicine in a typical doctor's office, they're going to shoot you up with cortisone three times, at least. 3 times within a year. You can't have much more than that because it's so destructive and dangerous.
In multiple ways.
But now there's another option. Now, instead of doing 3 rounds of that dangerous medication that has multiple dangerous side effects, now we do 3 rounds of this product, regenerative medicine, and instead of it causing problems, it makes things significantly better. We've taken x-rays, post-x-rays, with using amniotic products.
Yes.
And actually seeing regeneration of a joint.
Yes.
It's phenomenal.
Yes.
I think it's wonderful. The people who couldn't afford it can now, if they qualify, have the opportunity to get out of pain.
Yep.
I think everybody should call up and find out about this.
Hey, Rick, give them the numbers so they can schedule an appointment to get pre-qualified.
So,
Linda, I love when you say that. Linda met everybody. I was like, Linda, we got a big crowd out there tonight, and we're going to talk to them about regenerative medicine. If you will just let them know who I am. Just, I kind of threw up there. Linda walked up there and said, hey, everybody, turn your cell phones off. Dr. Scott's about to tell you something.
I like your style, Linda.
You know how I met Linda?
How?
I met Linda on the campaign trail. I got involved with politics a few years
candidate.
back. Yeah,
Yes.
and she picked up. She's like, you know what? Matter of fact, you like me as a doctor, just like you. The reason why you like me as in politics, because I was real.
I liked you as a person, as a politician. Well, not really a politician. That's why I liked you. But I liked you as a person.
Gotcha.
And that's why it was easy to go into your office and start having, getting worked on.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Chiropractor for you.
Wait a minute. Dr. Scott was in politics?
Yes, he
Wait a
was.
minute. This is Fulton. Are you listening?
Hey, Rick, I had some spare time on my hands back in the day.
This is a guy that right now hates politicians.
Well, that's why people like me try to get into
That's
it.
exactly
I
why
could
guys
change.
like me voting.
I could change.
Tired of it.
I got
I'm
it.
gonna make a stand.
Yeah. So I met Linda, and she helped me out a lot with that, just going around and doing a lot of functions. And then finally, I can't remember what happened. Maybe her legs were hurting or something. Yeah, that's what it was. Her legs were hurting. And I was like, well, let me work on you. Figure it out. We started looking at it. And tell them what happened, Linda.
Well, I always had some pain in my legs, but then I was getting a strange pain in the calf of my legs. It felt like I had a metal clamp on there. And anyway, Dr. Scott would give me papers on COPD, and I just threw them away. And finally, I figured I had to take my health into my own hands, and I did call a pulmonary doctor. And it turned out that I have COPD, and the pains in my legs were because my extremities were not getting the oxygen that they're supposed to get. Anyway, I did get stem cells, and that was the best thing I've ever done. 3 days, and I was starting to feel better. Within a month, I was swimming and riding my bike again, and I can't say it made me better. It made me better than ever. I wasn't just feeling well. I was feeling great. It was absolutely amazing, and unless you go through it, you won't even understand what I'm saying.
And then how, I guess, I don't know how it happened that you started hosting our dinner events. We just started talking, and the only thing I can imagine is you're like, hey, Dr. Scott, I really believe in what you got going on here. Do you need some help? And I said, yeah, let's roll.
That's exactly what happened. First, I was going to a couple of them and just giving testimonials. And then somehow I just started hosting them, and it's the best place for me to be. It's where I belong.
That's great. That's great. Well, hey, you sure do help a lot of people.
Thank you. I need to.
A lot
it's so
of
important.
people. The schedule's packed. The office is packed. And I would say probably 90% of those people are people that have you to thank for helping them.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I'm just saying, that's the reality of it. It's amazing. And so now the good part is, the one main barrier people have for getting regenerative medicine in the format that it is right now is that it's not cheap.
No,
it's not cheap. It's valuable. It is somewhat expensive. It is very effective. I've never had anybody. I mean, that was your main deal in the beginning. You just like me and everybody else. We didn't want to pay for it.
No, but I no longer wanted to sit on the couch not breathe and not go anywhere.
Do you regret your payment?
Absolutely not.
Not
I don't
a chance,
regret
right?
a thing.
Yeah. So, but now, to a certain degree, it might be out of somebody's limit, but now we have an opportunity to potentially get somebody pre-qualified because insurance companies are coming around and they're doing what they need to do to be able to take care of their members, and we're at the point now where we have this reimbursable regenerative medicine.
Yeah, it was, the insurance companies are going to follow Medicare always. And when Medicare approved this code for this product to be reimbursed, the insurance companies really don't have much choice but to fall in line or start to lose their place in line. So that's the beautiful part about it is Medicare has accepted it. It's not considered experimental anymore. Okay, because once insurance starts paying for it, you have crossed the hurdles. You're safe. You're effective. You are what you say you are. It does what it says it's going to do. So that's what we have with this. We're looking forward to it. Dr. Scott, thank you so much for taking the time and traveling the path that nobody else was willing to travel.
Well,
Thank you.
We're making it effortless. Rick, tell them.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Dr. Scott. Thank you, Linda, for coming in today, helping us understand your situation, what you've been through as a patient, and how you support the team with Dr. Scott and the rest of the team at Advanced Medical Solution. It's just phenomenal
Well,
to have
thank
you
you,
in
and
here.
thank you for inviting me. And everybody out there on the radio, make your phone call and find out if you qualify and get out of pain.
And then, Dr. Scott, you and I, we come in here, we talk about if we don't do this, nobody else is going to do this.
Right.
It's up to you and I. And here we sit once again with all this awesome good news.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't blame anybody else for not doing it.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It has not been easy.
It is not easy. So I don't blame anybody for doing it.
But you definitely need to be commended for what you
Well, I
have
thank
done,
you for doing
because
it.
nobody else
You're welcome.
has.
Thank you.
Nobody else has.
Yep. Well, and we know why, because it's not easy.
It's not easy.
You're playing a game of science. You're playing a game of politics, economics. You're playing a game of expenses and just things that are way outside of the box. It's innovative, but anything else is kind of boring to me. So as difficult as it's been, it's also been pleasurable. And beyond the pleasure and the discomfort, ultimately what it boils down to is it boils down to a responsibility. Once you know something like I know about this and you've experienced it, well, to a certain degree, it's my responsibility to tell people. Otherwise, I think there's danger in not telling people what needs to be told, especially when what needs to be told is being suppressed or not told like it should be being told.
Agreed.
So it's more so a responsibility. It's just work, and I'm not scared of work. At the same time, I make my work my playground, and that's why I love surrounding myself with awesome people like you and awesome people like you,
Thank
Linda.
you.
So that's really what makes it worth it, and actually makes it doable. But we're making some headway. We got this new product. So we're reaching out. Definitely, I'm looking for these veterans with TRICARE. But again, it branches out from what you said, Fulton, and the way we do this. It branches out to any and all insurance companies. And it's not the gold standard. It's not exactly what we want, but it's a start.
Yes.
And it's going to help a lot of people out.
It's a great start. Dr. Scott, again, we thank you for taking that responsibility. We thank you for addressing something that nobody else in this region, anywhere even close by, is capable of doing what you, Dr. Scott, and Advanced Medical are doing for the patients here in the wonderful Island of Paradise, Myrtle Beach. So no better place to be, no better place to be healthy and feel good.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah, we see so many people who move here to have a great time, but they can't because they're in so much pain. And when we change those people around, I mean, it's a new experience. Myrtle Beach is already new to them, but then it's a new place.
If you're one of those people, we're asking you, call now, schedule an appointment, get an assessment, get pre-qualified, come in, get your regenerative biologics.
There's one calling right now. Yep, I'm being serious. We just called.
That was
anyway.
it.
Yep.
Before we started.
So anyway,
That's awesome news.
Yep. Yeah, we called a few people to try to get them pre-qualified. This is a great patient right there. He's calling back. We'll get him pre-qualified, and we don't have but so many spots.
That's right.
So because we're already booked up. So Rick, let them know. Let's reach out to our radio listeners. Hey, and we're out for this week. We'll see everybody next week. Thank you, Fulton,
Thank
Rick,
you.
Jensen, Linda. It's been a pleasure as always.
Thank you.
Come
Thank
back
you very
to see
much.
All right, once again, Linda is waiting on the phone for you right now. It's simple. It's easy. Do you want
You're gonna have to get you a set of black scrubs.
Stop the pain in your shoulders, your knees, your hips. Do
So
you
just
want
let
to
Janelle
breathe
know.
better? You heard Fulton talk about COPD patients.
People may be
asthma
calling for
patients.
me.
This
Of course,
is
it's,
something that Advanced Medical Solution can do for you.
You just
They
need to
can
go into the
help
office 10